Guys, Matt from Wolverine Nation here. I just wanted to show you guys, I'm going to be doing a budget heater kit install in the X2 here. I had some downtime here and have it all tore apart, as you can see. I was doing the clutch weight video and had a few mishaps, so I'm waiting on parts. But anyway, this is a Summit heater. It does have a 3-speed fan. It's 260 CFMs and 28,000 BTUs. And it runs about 149 bucks from Summit. Then I bought the vent kit. They're pretty big, oversized vents. It looks like, I didn't measure them exactly, but they're definitely pretty large. They give you a couple brackets. I'm gonna have to see how I mount them. And then I also bought the defroster kit. I think altogether I had about 250 bucks and everything. So we're gonna see how it goes. I did do the Yamaha kit on the X4 and it was a plug and play system. They have everything figured out. So this is gonna be some playing around to see what'll work here. I did see some kits that mount up under the fender well, up in here. The size of the housing of the heater itself, I don't think will fit. The Yamaha heater kit mounts under the driver's side, up in here somewhere. I may try to do that depending on, I want to make sure I can get my outer primary cover off and on without having to move the heater every time. So, but basically, that's what I'm going to check out. I haven't pulled the floor on the passenger side to see if there's the same amount of room on the driver's side. That might be a good option too. I do know there's a radiator hose right up here on the top of the primary that I tapped into with the Yamaha kit. So we'll see. I'd like to keep it out of the elements if possible. At the same time, keep it somewhere where it's going to be sucking, fairly warm air also. So, you know what I mean? Not just, and I want to, stay clean and, try to keep it decent. So we'll see here. Okay guys, so I got the Summit heater mounted. I had to drill 4 holes and bolted it with these brackets. It fits in there real nice. As you can see, there's 2 outlets. It needs grounded. I ran the outlets. You can kind of see up under, real similar to the way the Yamaha kit does. I had to get some 5/8 heater hose, 10 foot will do it, some hose clamps. And then I cut my T's in the same place on there. And you can see how I ran my ductwork up through. It's kind of tight, but you can get it up through. I went with the Summit kit. You get 2 vents. They are pretty big. The outlets on the heater are also pretty large also, compared to the other kit that I mounted. These do spin, and as you can see, I did the defrosters on both sides. But let me show you where the other T, I plumbed it in. Let's see if you can see this or not, but it's basically on the straight right here behind the reservoir. I cut a T in and routed the other 5/8 line over to there. And then you can see I plumbed that in there. I put a T in, and the vents, the defroster vents are much larger than the ones that came with the Yamaha kit. Now, the defrosters come off of one outlet and the vents come off another outlet. They're both teed off of one line. So basically, if I shut these, it'll put all the air to the defrosters. So it's a little different than how the Yamaha kit works, but it works a little better, getting everything up there to the defrosters if you want. This kit does come with, it has a 3-speed fan, so it did come with a switch. I just went ahead and mounted that. I was having a little bit of problems finding a 3-position rocker switch to do low, medium, high, and off in the color that I needed. So I just went ahead and mounted that. But I guess I could have maybe eliminated low or medium and just put 2 of them on a rocker switch. But it gives you enough wire and everything to get everything where you need to go. It blows really, really well. I'm gonna get it put all back together and back it outside and run it and see how it does here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so it's all back together. Something I want to show you I am running the Super ATV flip windshield, and I did mount the defrosters in the dash. Basically what I did is I cut 2 slots in there, and it's working extremely well, one on both sides, and it lets it go up past the you know, up through the bottom of the flip and up to the top. Let's see here, I actually washed it. You can kind of see how that works, but it does blow up into here. These vents are adjustable, they can spin any way you want. I think it turned out pretty nice. Like I said, I got my switch there, low, off, low, medium, high. It blows extremely well, and if I want more coming out of the defrosters, I can just close them and it pushes it all out through here. So I can tell you, it's like, I don't know, maybe 38 to 40 degrees today. I did wash it in the garage, so I washed the inside also, and I used hot water, so the whole entire inside of the cab was completely fogged over, and I backed it out to see if it would unfog it, and within 5 minutes it unfogged everything, the front, the rear. So I think I'm going to be okay. You know, so I'm excited about that. I think everything's going to stay, and it blows really well and pretty hot. Right now it's only at 161 degrees. But when I ran it up and down the road, was up in like the 180s. It was really pushing some pretty hot heat. But what I'll do is I will post the links or the actual pictures. Everything came from Summit Racing. I did get the heater hose and the tees for the coolant lines. The heater hose is from a local auto parts store, and the tees I took the pieces that I cut out from I believe there's some goofy metric size on the hose, but I did get an American stab fitting to work in those. So altogether, like I said, I probably have about 250 bucks, if that, in everything. It is an extremely hard install, whether you do this kit or even the Yamaha kit. It's not a simple thing. It's something that you can do yourself, but if you're not comfortable, I would definitely think about taking it to the dealer. Again, this is a 26,000 BTU, 260 CFM. The Yamaha heater is 22,000 BTU and 240 CFM, and from what I read, the UPI is 16,000 and 240 CFM. So it's definitely warmer in here than it was in the X4 with the Yamaha heater. Obviously, I'm heating about half as much and no rear, rear passenger area. But for a budget build, if you're willing to tackle it, you can save some money and have a really decent heater. The Yamaha went together a little smoother, being that everything was kind of plug and play and you had directions, and that did help me on the install of this one, just seeing where theirs went. But I'm extremely happy with it. Like I said, the defrosters are definitely throwing a lot more air than the other one I did, and these are larger in diameter and the pipe running up, which did make it pretty tight running it up through the center console. But so far so good. I'm happy with it, but it's something to keep in mind. The Yamaha's a good kit too. From what I'm hearing, the UPI kit is also a good kit. But if you're, like I said, if you're willing to play around with it and do some research, this might be a good option. And hit me up if you guys have any questions.